page 5, Jesse Steele.
Your Honor, Leon Davenport, Deputy Prosecuting Attorney for the State.
Aloha, ma'am. My name is Jesse James Steele. I'm a Kanaka from the Lo'i, residing in the Ahupua Wainiha and the Moku of Halilea here on the island of Manokalani Po. I'm a living human being, a sovereign individual. I am here out of respect for you, but not as my legal authority. I would like to point out that everyone in this courtroom is equal. Only Kealakua, only God has the ultimate authority. This court has no subject matter jurisdiction over me as a Kanaka here in the Kingdom of Hawaii, the Polynesian Kingdom Te Moana Nui Akiva. I would like to give this court and the state prosecutor the opportunity to dismiss these false charges against me with prejudice at this time.
Can you step forward, please?
Ma'am, do you acknowledge my position?
I acknowledge what you've presented to the court and recognize you.
Okay, well, I will enter into this area of the court, but I do not honor any boxes or planes. I shall enter knowing that all here are equal and that this court has no jurisdiction over me as a Kanaka from the Lo'i here in the Kingdom of Hawaii.
Mr. Davenport?
And Your Honor, the state is ready to proceed. I provided...
You've heard the request. First of all, you heard the request.
Yes.
Are you prepared to honor that request?
No, Your Honor. The state will proceed towards trial. The state is ready to go to trial. I have provided Mr. Steele with a copy of the witness and exhibit list as well as the copy of the one exhibit the state plans on introducing today. And I left that at council table.
Okay. The prosecutor has indicated that he will not dismiss the charges. The case is set for a trial today. He's ready to proceed, so we will proceed with the trial.
I cannot accept these charges until I see a contract or a treaty of annexation that would prove this court has lawful jurisdiction over me as a Kanaka from the Lo'i here in the Kingdom of Hawaii.
Sir, this court has jurisdiction over you. I'm not going to get into a discussion about your Hawaiian heritage. I've had other people before this court in similar situations, and I respect who you are. However, this court does have subject matter jurisdiction to hear this charge.
All of it? No, this court does not.
Sir, I'm not going to get in an argument with you about it. We will proceed to trial at this point, and you may participate in the trial, and if you choose not to participate in it, that is your right to do so. But call your first witness.
I would like to inform you guys, inform you, Judge Silverman, inform you, State Prosecutor, as well as the sheriffs and any other law enforcement. If you guys continue these acts of war upon me and my lahui, you guys may be subpoenaed into Article 3 U.S. Supreme Court for violation of war crimes under the 4th Geneva Conventions and under U.S. Constitutional Law, Article 18, Section 2441.
Okay, we'll take your warning. You ready?
Your Honor, I understand that the witness exclusionary rule is in effect?
Yes.
And I'm not sure if Tachibana applies to violations, but...
I'm not sure either, quite frankly, but I'll do it just in case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you intend to call any of these people in the courtroom as your witness in this case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. He can have a chair to sit
no, thank you. I'm good standing.
Okay. You sure?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And Your Honor, at this time I will rearrange the defendants.
Yes, please.
The State of Hawaii charges on or about the 8th day of February 2017 in the County of Kauai, State of Hawaii, Jesse Steele did intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly operate or use a motor vehicle upon a public street, road, or highway of the State of Hawaii at a time when such motor vehicle was not insured under a motor vehicle insurance policy, thereby committing the offense of driving without a valid motor vehicle insurance policy as a violation in violation of Hawaii Revised Statutes, Section 431:10C-104, subsection A.
Okay. There's a couple of things that I need to advise you of before we commence with the trial. If you are not a citizen of the United States, whether or not you have lawful immigration status, you have the right to receive advice from an attorney about this. specific impact that this case will have, if any, on your immigration status. The entry of a guilty or no contest plea, admission of guilt or sufficient facts or conviction, deferred judgment or deferred sentence may have consequences of immediate detention, deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, or denial of naturalization pursuant to the laws of the United States. In some cases, detention, deportation from the United States will be required. You are not required to disclose your immigration or citizenship status to the court. Now that I've provided you with this information about possible immigration consequences, you may request additional time to consider, you're not giving a plea, so if you needed additional time to look into this matter, the court will grant it to you. Do you want additional time?
Again, I respectfully ask the state prosecutor and this court under quo warranto to provide a treaty of annexation that will lawfully prove the state of Hawaii and this court has jurisdiction over me as a Kanaka from Lolo'i here in the Kingdom of Hawaii.
Sir, I heard your request before. It's not going to be provided in these proceedings, okay? So you don't need to keep asking that.
We cannot continue.
We can continue.
No, we cannot.
If you do not want to be here, that's your prerogative. But sir, this court has jurisdiction, and we can and will continue with this matter.
Please provide me proof that this court has jurisdiction. Please, ma'am.
You are a citizen of this state, this county. I understand that. You're that as well, okay? But you're also residing here, and this court has jurisdiction because you were driving here, but you wouldn't have had this charge unless you were driving here.
The driving on the highways is the Alaloa. Your guys' highways is on our kingdom land, ma'am.
Sir, I'm not going to get in an argument with you about
your
Hawaiian heritage and the jurisdiction of this court.
I can conclude in Aloha that there is no contract with me or no treaty of annexation proving that this court has legal jurisdiction over me as a Kanaka from Lolo'i. Therefore, we have nothing further to discuss. Have a beautiful day. Aloha.
Aloha. Yeah, we'll do an abstention. So call your first witness.
Your Honor, the state calls its first witness, Officer Jonathan Anderson.
Can you take us
With a step.
a step?
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear and or affirm that the testimony you're about to present will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Please have a seat and state your name for the record.
Officer Jonathan Anderson.
Thank you.
Okay, before we continue, I'd like to state on the record that the defendant was present in the courtroom. He asked that the charges be dismissed. They were not dismissed by the state. The state was ready to proceed with this trial after discussions about Hawaiian heritage issues. The defendant walked out of these proceedings, and the court has decided to proceed with the trial in absentia of the defendant, and the state has now called their first witness. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Anderson, how long have you been a police officer with the Kauai Police Department?
Going on about 5 years now.
Okay. And were you on duty and in uniform on February 8th, 2017 in the morning hours?
Yes.
And at that date and time, did you come to know a person named Jesse Steele?
Yes.
And just before you were called in, did you see a gentleman walk outside the courtroom?
Yes.
And did you recognize that person as Mr. Jesse Steele?
Yes.
And could you describe an article of clothing that he was wearing?
He didn't have a shirt on.
Your Honor, may the record reflect the identification of Mr. Steele by the witness.
The record shall so reflect.
And where did you first observe Mr. Steele on February 8th?
February 8th, he was operating a vehicle on Kuhio Highway.
And is that a public road, street, or highway in the County of Kauai, State of Hawaii?
Yes.
And do you remember what kind of vehicle he was driving?
Toyota pickup truck.
Remember what color that was?
I can't recall.
Is there anything that would refresh your recollection?
A copy of my citation.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness with... thank you. Just take a look at it when you have a chance. Look it up and I'll take it back for you.
Okay.
Officer Anderson, is your memory refreshed?
Yes.
And what color was that truck?
Green.
Okay. And why did you stop Mr. Steele?
The vehicle was observed with TUI plates and no safety sticker.
Okay. What did you do after you made those observations?
I conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle.
And in your traffic stop, did you approach the vehicle?
Yes.
And who did you observe to be the driver?
Jesse Steele.
Okay. Was there anybody else in the vehicle?
No.
And did you ask Mr. Steele to produce any documents?
Yes.
What documents did he produce?
Driver's license, registration, and insurance.
Okay. Did he have a valid State of Hawaii license?
He had a valid Hawaii license, yes.
And you said he also provided insurance. Did he have a valid insurance card?
No, he didn't.
Okay. And did you use the information you got from his State of Hawaii license to write the citation?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And do you recall his date of birth?
No, I don't.
Is there anything that would refresh your recollection as to that?
The citation, please.
Your Honor, if I may approach you. Officer Anderson, is your memory refreshed?
Yes.
What is Mr. Steele's date of birth?
10/23/1991.
And did you contact dispatch regarding Mr. Steele's vehicle?
Yes.
And was Mr. Steele's vehicle, it did not have State of Hawaii plates, is that correct?
It didn't have them on it, but then when I checked it via VIN number, there was a Hawaii plate that came back to that vehicle, which is registered to Steele.
Okay, okay. And that plate, what is that plate number?
I can't recall off the top of my head.
Okay.
The Hawaii plate you're talking about?
Yes, the Hawaii plates.
I'll need my citation too.
Okay. Your Honor, if I may approach.
You may.
Officer Anderson, is your memory refreshed?
Yes.
And what is that Hawaii license plate?
LBP 953.
And you had said that Mr. Steele had produced an insurance card. Is that right?
I don't recall if there was an insurance card.
Oh, okay. Did the defendant say anything to you when he produced the documents?
As far as not having the insurance card?
Yes.
Yeah, he said I don't think he had an insurance card.
Okay. He said that he did not have it.
No.
Okay. Did he say anything else to you?
Possibly, but
Nothing you can recall.
anything
Okay.
else.
Okay. In Your Honor, I had provided Mr. Steele a copy of the registered owner information for the car, which corresponds with LBP 953. I did leave it at counsel table. I believe Your Honor also has a copy. It's marked as Exhibit 1. The state would move that exhibit into evidence at this time. It is a public document under seal with signature purporting to be an attestation from the Department of Finance. And pursuant to Hawaii Rules of Evidence 902, state requests this be brought into evidence as Exhibit 1.
And the court will receive State's Exhibit 1 into evidence.
Officer Anderson, did you then issue a citation to Jesse Steele?
Yes.
Did you cite him for not having a valid no-fault insurance policy?
Yes.
And did you note his date of birth on that citation?
Yes.
Did everything you testified today occur in the state of Hawaii, County of Kauai?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
You may
Good.
go. Yeah.
Good.
Your Honor, the state has no further witnesses. State rests.
Based on the testimony of Officer Anderson and the exhibits that have been received into evidence, the court finds the defendant, Jesse Steele, guilty of the charge of not having motor vehicle insurance in violation of HRS 431, subsection 10C-104. The court imposes the following mandatory fine of $500, fees of $7 for driver education fee and $40 administrative fee. And there will be, since there's no proof of valid insurance for a period of 6 months, there will be a 3-month license suspension effective immediately. Thank you.